Hey guys, Tom here from Fitness Consulting. In today's video, what I want to do is talk about two main things. Firstly, why I think building an online business is so much easier than actually going to a face-to-face market. Now, it really comes down to like the cost of creating an online business versus the expense of doing a face-to-face setup. So, and that's universal from any form of business, I guess. If you've ever created some form of business and this is your first business, then you may think this is really hard. But you've got to think about, like, if you're opening up a gym on your own and you haven't gone into a franchise model, you've got to look at like the cost of getting the gear, understanding leases, hiring people, hiring staff. There's a lot to it. And it's very easy to get some of that stuff wrong to be catastrophic in the future. So what I'm going to do today is to show you firstly like why building an online business is somewhat easier, and secondly like when is the right time to look at things like getting somebody in to help with your business, like outsourcing. When is the right time to actually look at growing and scaling, and what happens if we do it too early. So I'm just going to jump down here on the iPad here and just show you a couple of things. If this here represents months, so let's go 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and then say 12 months. And then what we do from there, we can go, if an online business can grow, let's just say, well, like this. Okay, and just on the side here, what we're going to do is go 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, 15,000. Okay, so let's just say these are dollars. So this is what it can go like if it's done correctly. However, often what we do is trainers will do this. They'll start off like this. They'll start off and they'll go up, down, up, down, up, down, quit. And the reason they do this is because once they've figured out how to get a client, they don't do the same actions over and over, and you can see how that can create a problem over time. So what we have to make sure is the actions that we're doing is continually growing. Because if I was to remove this for a second and go, let's just remove these and go, have that line still there, but let's just say this is actually how it can work if we use the proper leverage and scaling. It can increase like this and then have a hockey stick one here if we were to implement ads at say this $4,000-$5,000 a month mark, because that's already shown us that what we're doing works. So we know that we have a product that our clients are looking for, and we know that we've got an offer that our clients actually want. But instead, what will happen is people will try to launch ads too early, or try to get VA because they don't want to do outreach and posting. So what they'll do instead is they might get a client on, drop below negative, come up, drop below negative, out here. And in some cases, this trough may come right down because I've invested $2,000 to $3,000 in ads. So people can look at this and go, all right, so what am I supposed to do to actually grow the business? So if we have a look at this and go, let's have a look at another sheet. Okay, so what we want to do is, if you're starting and you've only got like 1 to 5 clients, what we've got to do is seek clarity. We've got to seek clarity that who it is that we want to be working with, wants what we're offering. So I'll use a bullseye analogy here where we just go, I'm going to draw a dodgy bullseye here. Okay, and we just go, if we think about this bullseye as being, this is where the money is. This is where we need to be hitting with our content, with our messaging, and with conversations that we're having with people, all need to be in this general area. So to do that, what we need to do is still take stuff to market. So if we're to take things to market, we are most likely going to, let's just say we're trying to hit a bullseye, so we're taking something to the market and we're throwing it out there to see what sticks. Let's just say firstly, we hit here. Secondly, we hit here, and we constantly keep improving from feedback until we get in here in the middle. But again, instead what people start doing is they take Facebook ads, or use Facebook as an example, but they take ads to add flame or fire to something when there is no flame. They're adding fuel to a fire that does not exist. So what that does is just goes, here is a massive amount of money that missed the target. You can see we're still miles away from the target. But what happens is, if we can get this right and go, okay, well, now we know because we've got close to this bullseye. Now what we can do is start shedding massive amounts of money to the right people. Right message to the right people equals growth. So hopefully that was helpful. I hope that made sense. But it's the key thing here is like, we have to make sure that what we're doing is to the right market. If we keep missing the market, and I harp on about this a lot, but it's one of these things that I just see people trying to progress too early with something that no one wants. And you're never ever going to grow a business selling something to someone that people don't want. So hopefully this is helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.